Hi, and welcome to the Indonesian section of the Impact Investing Report. I'm Robaldo, an associate from GNR, and this is my senior, Gopal.
Hi everyone.
We'll be touching on impact investing in Indonesia and hopefully address some of the concerns that investors might have. Let's start with the why. Why should investors invest in Indonesia for impact investing?
Well, it's one of the fastest growing economy in the region, and with its rich culture embedded deep in its people, so it presents a unique opportunity for socially conscious investors. Also, the complex social and environmental needs of the people will definitely cater to each investor's aspiration to create a positive change.
And the geography definitely lends on the diversity as well, doesn't it?
Yes, correct. Geography plays part as well on this.
And investors should definitely take a look into that as well when considering their investments.
Yes, you're correct.
And to go deeper on that, what are some of the general incentives that investors might have if they come to Indonesia for investing?
Yes, there have been efforts by the government to introduce some more investment-friendly law changes. One of the more recent landmark regulatory change was in 2020, when the government introduced what they call omnibus law, which centralized and streamlines the licensing process, reform labor laws, and also eases the land acquisition process. So this omnibus law was viewed as posing minimum restrictions so that it is considerably easier for foreign investors to invest in Indonesia, including providing tax holiday benefits for investors.
And so far, the responses from investors have been very good.
Yes, they are positive. Yeah, there have been positive response to.
So investors should be looking forward to more implementing regulations and ease of business in Indonesia.
Yes.
And moving on, are there any key impact instruments available to investors?
Well, at this moment, there is no specific instrument for impact instruments available yet. But we do have a variety of instruments that is commonly used and should be able to cater investors' needs.
Could you elaborate more on those instruments?
Yeah, as for instruments, investors can choose between debt, equity, and also bonds. And for debt and bonds, investors could also structure this as Sharia instruments.
I see. Sharia has been very popular lately.
Yeah, you're right.
And wasn't there been a merger lately on the largest Sharia banks in Indonesia?
Recently, 3 largest Sharia banks in Indonesia just merged into one. So the market seems to be very excited and expect that this will encourage more Sharia instruments to be issued.
So investors could expect that Sharia will be more.
Yeah, they should look into it.
What are some of the enterprises available for investors looking to invest in Indonesia?
Yeah, at the moment there are 4 kinds of enterprise available. These are partnership, limited partnership, private limited company, and also cooperative. But private limited company, or what we call PT, is the most commonly used form by investors.
Is there any limitations for foreign investors on that?
Yes. The private limited company can be established by foreign investors, but they need at least 2 individuals to establish a private limited company. Each will hold shares of the company. And a note for foreign investment company, there is a minimum capital requirement of 10 billion rupiah, excluding land and building. So what is also useful to know for impact investors is that there are no restrictions on how private limited company is operated, meaning that shareholders can decide if they want to adapt the values of impact investing and focus more on their social functions in the company.
So basically, impact investors can really push their goals and targets for social
functions through private limited company.
Lastly, what are the opportunities and challenges that impact investors might have if they decide to invest in Indonesia?
For opportunity, generally, Indonesia is quite welcoming to foreign investments, and the government seems to continue to promote and encourage foreign investment by issuing the omnibus law, for example. It has been the key focus of policy making in Indonesia to push for foreign investments, and as a result of this, licensing matters have been streamlined to accommodate investors, and it is generally convenient for investors to invest or set up the impact investment. As for the challenges, while the government continues to promote foreign investments through the issuance of regulations and also guidelines, it is still a work in progress. The legal developments are relatively recent, and their implementation and benefits remain to be seen. The government also is still in progress to streamline various obligations for investors within different business sectors, so that as a consequence, the requirements and the timelines for complying with sector-specific regulations and obtaining necessary licenses will depend on the scope of the project or business activity and also the relevant licensing authority, and will need to be assessed on a case-by-case basis. So for this, foreign impact investors will benefit significantly from collaborating with local Indonesian partners and also local advisors in navigating registration and licensing requirements, including in engaging constructively with local authorities and also any local population that is affected by the project or business at an early stage.
Well, that's a glimpse of our impact investing report. Thank you for listening.